Way Old Friends Do tells the story of two school friends who in 1988 come out to each other. One is gay, the other as an ABBA fan. Nearly 30 years later, they reunite and decide to form the world's first ABBA tribute band in drag. Sounds good, doesn't it? The show is directed by Mark Gatiss, an actor you might recognise from Sherlock and Doctor Who, and is written by Ian Hallard, who also stars in the show. And Ian joins me now. Hello, Ian.
Hello there. I just have to jump in and correct you because I get it in the neck from my husband if I don't correct the pronunciation of Mark Gatiss.
Yeah, you know what? It's brilliant when people do correct. It's directed by Mark Gatiss. Fantastic.
It happens all the time. No, don't worry, you're not the first.
Do you know what? For years at school, my teachers always would always read my name as Kesley instead of Kelsey. And it took me until sixth form to correct them. So
I had a similar name at school as well, and so I changed it when I had the opportunity.
Oh, did you?
So Hallard is my stage name. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic! I mean, why not? Why not? Ian, talk me through the show and how it came about.
Well, I sat down to write something about 4 years ago. I thought, I'm going to write a play. I'm going to write a play for me to be in. And they say, write what you know. And I've had a lifelong obsession / love affair with ABBA. My mum was pregnant with me when they won Eurovision in April 1974. I should hasten to add that she was already pregnant with me. It wasn't some kind of immaculate conception via Waterloo. So I thought, well, write what you know. And once I'd had the idea of the drag ABBA tribute band, I did some extensive and furious Googling, and it still seems that nobody else had thought of doing that twist on the traditional tribute band. So I thought, well, there we go. That sounds like it's an immediate one-line pitch, which you've just delivered very very brilliantly just then.
Thank you.
And I thought, if I heard that, I'd want to go and see it. And
well, I want to see it. I really do. I do want to see it. I mean, it does what it says on the tin, doesn't it? It's a fantastic tee up to a really great story.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've just finished our first 2.5 weeks. We've opened in Birmingham at the Birmingham Rep, and I think all of us have been overwhelmed by the response. It's been amazing. I think people are really up for a good time right now, and I think that's what the show does. It delivers. We've had people cheering, crying, laughing, booing at times for the right reason, for the villain of the piece as opposed to the show. It's been wonderful. It's been really great. And I think everybody, well, if you love ABBA, this is the show for you.
It's intriguing you say that people are up for a good time right now. What are you talking about, before COVID or just at the moment?
Well, I think, I mean, after what we've all been through the last couple of years,
right.
and obviously when I wrote it pre-COVID, I obviously didn't know what was about to hit, and we'd just gone into very early discussions about where the production was going to happen just in March 2020. So when the first lockdown hit and theatres all closed and nobody knew when they were going to open again, I took it very personally. I was like, well, there we go. COVID has killed my writing career. And happily, it's all started up again post-COVID. But I think it's a combination of things, isn't it? We've all been through that period. Audiences, I think, are still getting back into the habit of coming back to theatre. Yeah. But also there are competing pressures as well. There's the cost of living crisis. People want to know if they're going to spend their well-earned cash. They want to know that they're going to get bangs for the buck and value for money and have a good time. And I think we can promise you that, if nothing else.
It's funny what COVID's done to some of those memories that maybe the ones that we want to discard and get new memories from. Like you said, people are up for it now. I mean, this week I actually got rid of the desk that I bought during COVID because I just sat at it for so many hours, and you know, kind of times when you're kind of idling the eye hours away, just staring into the abyss, and I just thought, I can't look at that desk anymore. I've got a new desk.
Well, I've just been talking to friends who have had similar mixed experiences with relationships and partners, and it can kind of go one way or the other. I had one friend who was when if you remember that pronouncement from Jenny Harris, the deputy health advisor, when in April 2020 people were told, either if you're in a relationship but you don't live together, you either move in together now or you don't see each other for the next 7 months.
At the podium, at the number 10 podium,
and I've got friends who that worked okay for, and others who it killed their relationships.
Ian, before we let you go, let's talk about your relationship as you mentioned it. Mark Gatiss, he's your partner, directed the show. What's it like working with a loved one?
It's fabulous. I mean, people ask us this a lot, and I think obviously it's not guaranteed to happen. Obviously, for the two couples in ABBA, it didn't work out so well working with your other half, as they ended up getting divorced. Although, if Mark and I follow that pattern, then we would reunite in about 40 years' time as digital versions of ourselves. so we might be okay. But no, it's lovely. We're both really busy. So to actually have carved out a period of time where we were rehearsing together, and we're very much on the same page in terms of the play and the mutual respect we have for each other. It's lovely. It's really lovely to work together, and I have huge respect for him and his artistic judgment. So he's the only person I could really have trusted to take on my baby.
and the way old friends do is also moving about. How can people get tickets? Ian, you still there?
I am, yes. I think I lost you very briefly, but I suddenly got you back.
You're taking the show to Sheffield, I believe.
That's right. That's the next venue. Which is where I went to university. But we're going all across the country. There's the waylefriendsdo.com website. It's got all the different locations, north, south, east, and west. Sheffield, York, Guildford, Brighton, whole host, and we've got a 5-week run at the Park Theatre at Finsbury Park as well. So London. Oh,
great! That's a lovely little theatre.
It's gorgeous. Yeah.
Right, let's play him out, shall we? Let's play him out. Ian, thanks so much. Good to speak to you. That's Ian Hallard. The way old friends do, telling the story of two friends who, in 1988, come out to each other. One as gay and the other as an ABBA fan.